Okay, we're live.
You dropped your little thing.
Hey guys! How's it going? Happy Friday, y'all.
It's weird. Like when I
Why?
do live streams, I don't know. I'm just always like,
Anyway, okay, well, let me take over then, because y'all know I'm no stranger to live streams. So yeah, happy Friday, y'all. It is Friday, right? Yes. We are in the middle of August already. Like, Labor Day is going to be around the corner. It's insane. And before we know it, it'll be the holidays. Um, but yeah, so thought I would show you around the garden today. We've done some updates to the back garden, and then I also want to take you out front to show you some of the, I guess, our front garden, our front landscaping, some things that we've done. Hey, Sandra, how's it going?
just don't show the address.
Yeah, I won't. So anyways, I will go ahead and turn this around. So here, hey, be careful, you all right? Is the corn box. We have harvested some corn, and we enjoyed that already. It looks like I've got probably another ear here and another ear here that is ready to go. I'm gonna try to take this. Now, all of our ears are small, and that's okay. But okay, so here's an ear. I've got a story to tell. Can you lend me an ear? um, so let me flip this around, and I'll show you guys. So when I say they're small, I mean they're small. They're wee but mighty. I gotta be careful because sometimes there's earwigs that hang out in these. So, this is our corn. See? Corn. It's perfect size for sweets to eat, but you can't eat it yet. So, yeah, so we've gotten, this is our fourth ear now. So we've gotten some corn off of these, which is great. And then I also, let's see. Also, if you'll see here, look at these guys. I've got beans. So I've got beans growing that are already available to harvest. I know I've got some over here. Shh. You want to get them, last year I let them go too long and they became a little too stringy. So these are good, these are a good time to harvest and to pick them. So we got some green beans going, we got some corn, and look at this guy. That's a pumpkin. We've got a pumpkin there, and we've got this pumpkin here. And this is already starting to turn orange. So this is going to be, so I have 2 pie pumpkins that I know of. I'm trying to see if I can see in there and see anything else. It's just so big in there. But, oh, there's some more beans here. This is great. I didn't realize I had so many beans ready already. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back and pick more later. But yes, awesome. Okay, so This is the raised bed. I have removed everything. I removed the catnip. The catnip was basically like a whole carpet of roots. So I had to remove all that because this gets so root bound. So I'm preparing this bed now. I'm going to be doing some additional planting in here, some adding dirt. I've got some seeds. I'm going to do some carrots, but I also have a couple of other beds in the ground that I'm going to do carrots in as well. And I'm also going to, this little pot, I'm going to grow some cat grass so I can easily bring it inside for the cats. This little guy is a Delosperma, Delosperma cooperi, and it's also called an ice plant. So this is really cool because these blooms are gorgeous when they're fully opened, but we have another one right over there that's much smaller. But the cool thing is too is that, see, it's looking, it's not full of beautiful all live blooms because they've already blossomed, right? So this was a discount plant. And do you see, this is a perennial. So I love perennials because I only buy it once and it keeps on coming back, or it stays around. So yeah, so I love, if you don't already know, if you like plants, if you don't already know about the discount plants at like your Home Depot, I don't know if Lowe's does, but I know Home Depot does. I always go to the discount plants because they're usually 50% off, and it's usually something that I can easily, add a little bit of love to and bring back to life. So this is going to go in the ground, and this is going to be beautiful. We might also try to take some clippings from it too to propagate some new plants. So that's cool. So yeah, so the corn box pumpkins, moving along from that, raspberries are still growing insane. I don't think I have too many more raspberries on there. I've just kind of been letting them go at this point now. This is our little bamboo that we had rescued from somebody in a Buy Nothing group a few years ago. And we weren't sure like how well it was going to do, and we're actually starting to learn more about it. Well, Herschel's starting to learn more about it, but it looks like it's dying, but it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. So it has new growth actually, but it hides beneath the old growth. So that's kind of what it's been doing, and so that's doing well in its pot. We have our catnip over here that is just insane. And then this again. So one thing you'll notice is that, you can actually see some things around here now. I went ahead and pulled all of the borage plants because it was starting to go to seed. And this plant is so prolific, like it just will take over everything. Like it took over this whole area. So I went ahead and pulled it. I mean, it's probably already dropped seeds, but I pulled it, put it in the chicken coop because they like to pick around and eat at it. So you can see I still have my lavender, so that survived. I've got some nasturtium still that I've kind of left in. I've left some of these in because they were taken over by aphids, and so if I remove those, then there's nothing for the aphids to eat on. So I've left those there so that they will leave they'll leave my tomatoes alone. This right here is my celery plant that I grew from a grocery store celery a couple of years ago. And I do want to show you, I gotta get over here. I don't have shoes on. I hardly ever wear shoes outside, but let me move this guy. So you can see, okay, hang on. You could totally harvest this for celery seeds. So if you're pickling or cooking and you need celery seeds for something, that tiny celery seeds. Pretty cool, huh? You can see also, okay, if you have that weird fear of tiny holes, don't look for the next couple of seconds. But you can see here the catnip, all of those little holes, that's where the seeds are for the catnip. So, I'll stop now. These are the Moringa trees that Herschel's been growing. they're actually doing really well. Our little pineapple plants still doing their thing. Okay, I gotta get out. My echinacea, so it had gotten really long and leggy because it was trying to get to the sunlight because the borage was shading everything out. Um, so yeah, I do have also in here, I have a sage plant. So this is sage right here. I think we're actually going to move this and we're going to plant it out front. So it's going to actually go in the ground. So we're going to try to salvage that. I also have my parsley under here that has still stayed in the planter. So some of my tomatoes are starting to start to die out, which is fine. Still have lots of tomatoes. I got to bring my basket out here and pick. These cherry tomatoes are so good, so sweet, so juicy. I love them. And then I'm starting to also get some of my bigger tomatoes come through. I see them. Oh my goodness. Did you see ladybugs? Those aren't ladybugs. Okay, so when I tell you aphids, no, those are aphids. Aphids are eaten by ladybugs. So when I tell you aphids love nasturtiums, look at this. Okay, then they're ladybugs, baby. They're ladybugs. If that's what you want them to be, look at this. And then as I was looking further, look at that. A serious infestation of here that they love. I don't have them on my tomato plant, y'all. Like, don't, like, look at the branches of my, because they're here. So this is why you want to plant in the garden. That's incredible. So our little strawberry patch that has continued, or that my signal, so sorry about that. Yeah, so anyway, that's okay, I'm breaking up, yeah. So that's the back garden. Oh, I'll show you this too. Actually, this little blue planter here, I had thrown in some chive seeds, I don't know, last year I think, and they had kind of grown, but they had gotten buried underneath all of this stuff. And when I finally pulled all the borage and rediscovering my potted plants, I found my chives, and they were so sad in that little blue bucket. So I repotted them yesterday, and they have really livened up and picked back up. And they're like perfect and chivy. So chive on. Yeah. So that's the back garden. I'm gonna grab this corn and grab these green beans, and I'm going to go inside so I can show you our front garden. Okay. But it is going to be a scorcher this weekend, and I'm not really looking forward to that. It's kind of an oddball weekend because it's supposed to be like 95. I don't know. I've seen everywhere from 93 to 99 of what the temperature is going to be like this weekend. So I'm not really wanting any of those temperatures, to be honest. Okay. Let me get my shoes. Okay, so we don't show the front too often, but we do have this little patch of wildflowers here, and we had sunflowers. And actually, have they been getting attacked? No. Okay, so we have sunflowers that are ripening up. We gotta work on protecting these because the squirrels are probably gonna try to come in and get these. So yeah, so we had our nice sunflower plant. I really like these because they give off so many different blossoms rather than just having one giant sunflower head. Although I do like those too. But we had a variety of wildflowers and stuff in here. And then, I've got my lavender plants. I had my snapdragons, nasturtiums, and my uh, lemon balm. Yeah. So the funny thing is, oh, and I also have a borage over here. These snapdragons are actually annuals, but because I let them, hey, chili beans, thank you. Because we just kind of let them go and do their thing, you can see here that they are now dried and there's seeds in here. We let these go all winter. We kind of cut them back, but they come back. So technically, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be an annual and that you're supposed to plant them every year. But they come back. And the really cool thing is I had yellow snapdragons over here and I had red snapdragons over there. And then they kind of got cross-pollinated. So I get these really beautiful, like orangey, yellow, red, kind of ombre-ish snapdragons on this center plant here. And it is phenomenal when they're all in bloom. But, I mean, it's towards the end of the summer, so... and then I've got this azalea here, not Iggy, but this is a nice, really red azalea bush. So I don't know if you guys remember, well, it was about 3 years ago that I had gotten a start of a lilac bush. Now, I love lilac bushes because I grew up with lilac bushes. My mom loved them. And one, I love the color, but the smell, they're so fragrant, they're so beautiful. And I had gotten a cutting from a neighbor. And so this is now that cutting. So hopefully by next year, by next spring, this might be big enough that I'll get I'll get my first lilac. I don't know. But I'm hoping. But it's really nice, it's healthy, it's doing well. So this is what Hershey and I worked on last night. This is our rhododendron, which is, rhododendron is the state flower of Washington. They are everywhere. They're beautiful in the springtime. Sometimes we also get a second bloom. So you'll see some of these. We might get a second bloom from these. We'll just have to see. But I went and got some plants at Home Depot yesterday to just kind of add some pops of color here and really kind of step up our landscaping game. So we had some wildflowers growing along the side of the back, but it just kind of was a little lackluster, a little wild. But I got these. I don't have the tag with me offhand. There's something, or Cosma something, but they are a bulb. But look how beautiful those are. They're so pretty. So I've got those. Those will also bulb, so they'll start to multiply. I've got this here. This is salvia. And the vibrant purple color on these, let's see if it'll focus here. It's not wanting to focus. Okay, there we go. But they're just so pretty. And when I was at the store, the little moths and bees and everything were flocking to that. So then we've put in some landscaping cloth. We're going to put mulch down, and this is really just to help control the weeds, and so we can have nice landscaping around here. We put in some baby's breath, because who doesn't like some baby's breath? Then this is spurge. So this is a shade-loving plant, which is good because this side of the house gets shade. And this right here is John's wort, which I've also heard that you can use this as a sub to help treat, the blues. Not necessarily a full-on medication for depression, but I'm going to have to see if, you can make tea from it or exactly how you use it in the plant form, if we're able to, because that would be cool. Then I've got let's see, this hasn't been put in the ground yet, but a Japanese tassel fern, and this is a shade. So that likes shade, so that's gonna go there. I've got my English lavender here. I've got my Shasta daisies, and then I got this little carnation. Isn't that cute? But also, these are all perennials. Again, like, what's the? I mean, annuals are cool, but I really appreciate perennials. So, and then we're gonna clean all of this stuff up here too. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really, really pleased with how things are looking. This is a hydrangea that I had gotten on our discount plants last summer. Unfortunately, we didn't really give a lot of TLC to our hydrangeas.
I want to show them this.
Okay.
So, anyhow, this right here.
You're in this, you gotta.
Oh, I'm sorry. So this right here, like I'm pretty much good. Like,
What do you mean you're good, honey?
Like this is pretty strong.
What are you holding up?
It's Black is Beautiful, and it's a beer
Imperial
that was
Coffee Stout.
Yeah. So all the proceeds go to the Urban League here in Tacoma, which we also are part of, but especially through our business. So this is really good, 10%. And there's a local business here, black-owned business, is Campfire Coffee. They partnered with
Wingman Brewers.
Wingman Brewers, which is right there close to the studio. So it makes sense. Now we brought this today, and I think I'm going to have another one. I was going to come out and tell you. I think I have to have one.
Okay.
There's only 4. So,
I know.
yeah.
Save one for me, bruh.
You can't drink a whole one.
Says who? Then I'll do a live stream on that. It'll be different than Buzzballs. Okay, so anyway, we didn't really get to fertilize our hydrangeas this year, and they like a lot of fertilization. So unfortunately, I didn't get any blooms, no flowers from my hydrangeas, either these ones or the ones that we had in back, which I was kind of bummed because I really like hydrangeas. Those are the flowers that we had in our wedding too. But still, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking healthy. So this will be a nice sized shrub at some point someday. So, yeah, we are going to also be working on this area to kind of create. That's our little marker. Eventually, we're going to get a fountain. We want to get a solar fountain because we love solar stuff. But we're going to plant some stuff along here. I want to get some other plants and stuff in here so that this is more just like a, little garden area, more flower garden than anything else. I do think that I might take these planters and I need to refill them with dirt and change all this stuff out, but I might put some lettuce in these for some fall lettuce. So we'll just see. But anyway, wanted to be able to show you guys. Gosh, it's beautiful. Like, look at the sunshine. I love it. But yeah, I wanted to be able to show you guys kind of our updates, obviously, on our vegetable garden out back. But that's what you guys normally always see. And so I wanted to also, I can't do it that way. I wanted to also show you kind of the front. It's gorgeous out. Thanks for sharing. Yes. Thanks for watching. So yeah, so we're working on, just beautifying our yard, and it's really cool because we're getting all the fresh vegetables and everything still. So I love it. But anyway, it's Friday. I think I gotta go get myself some of that beer before he drinks it all. It is pretty good. I tried a little bit of it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video, my next live stream. Bye, guys.